oh my God, it is happening. I think that's what everyone felt in that moment. It is happening. Chatty, game time decision, couldn't go. We got the debut of Alexander Nikishin, literally from the first shift. It was stealing Ovi's stick to the hit Manjupanji tried to lay. That instead, it's like, no, I am 6'4", a shit brick house. Like, you're not taking me down, buddy. Like, not a chance. That was, even though you could tell Rod was like careful with not giving him too much ice time just because he's still learning the game and everything. Yeah, language barrier, all of that. But overall, he was so impressive. There was a lot on the line to like win the series, obviously. But you took note when Alexander Nikishin was on the ice because he did a lot of really nice things considering how short amount of time he's been with this organization.
He had some really disgusting shots. For the few shots he was able to take, he had some really, like, they were very high danger, and love to see that. You know, he gets to see how the rest of his defensive crew plays, so he's going to learn, like, okay, well, that's how Slavin plays. That's how like, he was paired with Orlov, you know, there's a little bit of that language barrier we were talking about. But even with that, he didn't seem lost. Like, he just seemed to grow more and more comfortable with it, and very comfortable with the physicality that is the Washington Capitals. But honestly, the best moments was, when he was playing against Ovetckin and just kind of being like, I'm technically a rookie, but I'm not scared of you and your kind of title and notoriety on the ice. So just him being able to strip him of the puck, which wasn't that hard, because honestly, Ovetckin, I feel like, yes, he got the record and everything. We'll go into that a little bit too. Is he's got the record and everything, but he was not contributing a whole lot at all this series. I mean, his one goal was a 5-on-3. If you watch, like, anytime he had the puck, all of the Canes jumped because they were like, he's not going to skate for that. And he took very limited shifts and was not an up and down the ice, which just makes you appreciate the older guys on our team, older and like very much quotes, but like Jordan Staal does work up and down that ice nonstop. Like, that is a captain that's not just going to be a cherry picker up in the offensive zone. Like, yes, he got his goal, but he works hard defensively to get up there. And then to love to see our own number 8 just rock Ovetckin multiple times. And our favorite thing is, you know, not a lot of like, who's going to mark up Ovetckin, and like sometimes you're worried about Burns, but if there's one guy on the ice that Burns is going to be matching skate speed with, or even a little faster, it's Ovetckin.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you talk about it, Kat Nikishin had 2 shots in the game. One of them was like 94, 95 miles an hour. 2 big hits. I mean, he did only have 10 minutes and 33 seconds of ice time, but hey, it's your first game. Like, what a debut. It's in a playoff game. It's an elimination style as well, but he played, I think, really well. Yeah, he had an early turnover, but as you said, he progressively got better as the game went. And Rod even said it too after the game. He was like, hey, great job, kid. Like, you know, just he's like, I know he's not going to understand what I'm saying, but regardless, what a great game by him. And yeah, like the fact that you saw what Nikishin can do, and it's like, okay, if he can play this good, this is just his first game. Like, was a full off season and a regular season next year will look like for him. And the sky's the limit. You're just excited for this kid. And honestly, what a way to make your debut in that fashion. Played defensively well, had a couple big shots, got some hits in. You know, wasn't, you could tell the nerves were there, but it wasn't like he was totally lost or was giving up a lot of bad passes and stuff like that. It's just, you know, growing pains as a rookie, but just the way he came out, you just love to see it. And what a great debut for him. And I know everyone was excited for him to come out. And now there's a new number 21 in town, and it's a big Russian guy who's going to be a defensive stalwart for this team, you know, offensively and defensively. So yeah, it's really exciting to see what he can do. And if he doesn't play for the rest of the playoffs, hey, you know what? At least we got to see one game out of him, and now you're excited for what 25-26 brings for Nikishin.
It is amazing that it's finally here because the Caniacs have waited so long for this moment, and it was almost everything we could have asked for. And before we jump to Ovi, like, again, Nikishin, like, even the small things, like his ability to like guard the puck and like take it away, like that was unbelievable. Like, I was so impressed by just how defensively sound he was, because all you heard about was his unbelievable slap shot that he has. and like boom, nickname boom, like how many hits he's gonna lay, but it's like he's gonna fit so well into the system too, just defensively, how well he played. So yeah, the smile on my face for those watching can tell you like I am so glad that Nikishin is here and I cannot wait for next season.
And the good thing too is like you're talking about his hard shot. He did win the KHL hardest shot competition, so that should really tell you of how much of a bomb this guy has on slappers. It's gonna be almost get out of the way type stuff.
Honestly, I agree. It gave you like just how big he is. It gave you the Jordan Stahl, I can shield you off with my body alone and not be bothered by it, but also the defensive like soundness of Chatty or Walker. And then, sorry, can't quite compare him to Slavin yet. Then you've got the shot of Orlov and Burns and then with that like really hard shot. So I love that this was his debut. A lot of people are like, well, it's a big top like ask too, because it's a playoff game and you're coming all in. But I mean, he did come over here because the playoffs were done for his team. Last games he played were playoff games. So he's very familiar with that atmosphere, maybe even a little bit more wilder over there. But I love to see this little bit of him. Maybe we'll see if Chatty comes back. We'll see how much more we see of Nikishin. I mean, we'll talk about it here in a little bit on which team we think we're going to match up with, but you could use that physicality depending on the team that we play next.